Finn Balor deserves so much more in WWE. I'm going to tell you why I think he should not have re-signed an extension with WWE on Screw the Script. Welcome back, everybody, to Screw the Script. I'm your host, Maverick. Just fair warning to everybody. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to go through a name change here on this channel soon. There's things out there that already have the name, channels that already have the name, and I really think it's hurting my channel growth. So don't be surprised if you see the channel name being changed here soon. Now to get on to the topic of this video, I wanted to make a shorter video today because it's just one thing that I'm talking about. I'm not going to really cover Raw. I didn't watch it live. I was burnt out on wrestling after Double or Nothing, so I did not watch Raw live Monday night. I only honestly looked at the highlights, except for one thing. After I saw in the highlights, I had to go watch this match through and through, and I really think Finn Balor made a mistake re-signing with WWE. And here are my reasons. One, what has he done significantly in the last 3 years now? The last big push that he had was, I believe, it was either from 2018 to 19 or 19 to 20, somewhere in that realm of time, where he had a legit Intercontinental Championship title run. After that, these last 5 years now in WWE, well, first off, actually, I'll make that point number two. So he hasn't done anything in the last 5 years except be in Judgment Day. He's gotten, solid matches in here and there. He's been involved in Royal Rumbles, but hasn't won. He was in that world title tournament where he won the first round, but then he ultimately lost to the eventual winner, which was Seth Rollins. I think, what was that, 3 years ago now or something like that? And then it's just been Judgment Day, and he really hasn't done much in Judgment Day. Honestly, he's the last year and a half to 2 years now has kind of rode the curtails of a guy 20 years younger than him, and Dominic Mysterio. And that's not a diss that's not a diss against Dominic Mysterio. He's a young, talented professional wrestler for WWE. I didn't care for him at first because I thought he was really green when they introduced him. I thought maybe they could have held off another 6 months or so, but it's fine because that's in the past. And now, look at him. He is a star. But Finn Balor deserves better. And this leads into point number two. The second point is the fact that after his IC title run about 5 years ago now, or somewhere around there, he, was nice enough, was, willing enough to go back to NXT and help out NXT. And we all know a good reason why he went back to NXT was, I think, so now it's coming back to me. That was after his IC title run that ended in 2019. And that was also the same time that AEW started. And we all remember when both shows were on Wednesday night, when NXT was on the same time slot Wednesday night as AEW, AEW stomped their ass week in and week out. It was probably a combined 60 or so weeks before WWE changed the day and time or something like that for NXT. AEW won 58 of those 60-something weeks. They lost not even 10 times. If we're going to talk about ratings and all that stuff, Finn Balor went back there. One of the reasons why he went back there, if everybody remembers, NXT was they were getting desperate because they kept getting beat week in and week out. And they actually felt threatened by AEW early on in 2019, which rightfully so. They had AEW 2019 was still their best year. 2025, I've said on my channel, has also been a really good year for them. And it really feels like 2019 all over again. And we're seeing, quick side note, we are seeing WWE take notice of that again. They just announced right here, just as a little side note, the Great American Bash and Saturday Night's main event is going to happen at All In the same weekend as All In. So yeah, they see them as competition yet again. They wouldn't have put those two shows on the same weekend as All In later on this summer. So back to the NXT point. Finn Balor was nice enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm a veteran at this point, but, I'll go back to NXT to try to help out the ratings, which it did. He went back to developmental for 2 years until I believe 2021 is when he went back to the main roster, and then it's just been Judgment Day ever since. Finn Balor, what the hell happened to Finn Balor? Where's Demon Finn Balor? Where is that, awe-inspiring guy that we saw way back in, I think, like 2015 is when he started in NXT. That Finn Balor is gone. That Finn Balor has been wasted. Do better, WWE. By Finn Balor. I think they're going to put him in a feud here soon with Dominic Mysterio, and he's going to turn on Dominic and maybe leave the Judgment Day and challenge him maybe at SummerSlam or something for the IC belt. Put it back on him because he fucking deserves it. End of rant. That's all I had on this shorter episode of Screw the Script. You let me know down below what you think about Finn Balor. Do you think it was right by him to re-sign WWE contract? I believe he's signed through 2027 or something like that, or 2029. He's going to be there for a handful more years. And he's not young anymore. I think he's approaching his mid-40s, if I'm not mistaken. He's in great shape still, so I very much see him being a wrestler that can wrestle well into his 50s as long as he stays in this great shape. But he deserves better. I hate to say it because I hate to be one of those guys, but I truly think he would be better elsewhere. Back in New Japan as Prince Devitt, or AEW. I hate to be cliche, but there's a lot of guys over in AEW that he would work really well with. Let me know down below. Once again, this has been Maverick with Screw the Script. Thanks for watching.